All right. Hey, welcome to the studio. Creaky chairs and all. Today I'm going to be doing a demo on playing the clarinet, wind instrument, for those of you who don't know what a clarinet is. And I'll kind of nerd out on the clarinet details in the description of the video. The kind of clarinet I'm playing, the reeds I'm playing on, the mouthpiece I'm playing on, but all of that aside, this is really about how to make really good sounding home recordings. And really good sounding home recordings can be difficult to make because you're dealing with lots of different factors that uh, aren't necessarily in your favor. So there's outside noise, of course, depending on where you're recording. There's the space that you're in. I'm pretty lucky. I've got 12-foot ceilings in here, which is great. And the kind of microphone you're using. So I think we have, oops, a microphone that hopefully just didn't break, but we'll find out because it's really expensive. A TLM 103 microphone in the shock mount. So this is the microphone we will be recording on, and it will be going into a Claret interface. So I'll be using the Focusrite preamps, but I'll also be focusing on both the sound of the space that we're in, but also the sound of the instrument. So that's another factor. How you're playing, what you're playing, where you're playing it, how you're recording, and what reverb you're using to sort of enhance the overall space. And so I will be doing a demo that is experimenting, get that mic out of here, that will be experimenting with three different types of reverberant spaces within the MIR program. And so I'll be going through those one at a time, and you'll see how I use this stuff. So hopefully this helps, and I will see you in a bit. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is play in the just generic hall. This is the sort of, I don't think it's the foyer. I think it's just it's just a preset that doesn't really pull anything in except a general convolution reverb. So I haven't selected a venue yet. I'm just going to play it through as it is. And of course, where you're playing as it relates to the microphone is also really important too. So again, I'm using the TLM, the Neumann TLM 103. So that's kind of one, right? So the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to select an actual hall. It's kind of fun doing this. I don't think I'm going to edit this video. So we have the Grosser Saal. So we actually start in the, let's play the Foyer first. So we're going to load that up, and it's got a very reverberant space. So there's a nice reverberant tail associated with that. And that's just a really nice sounding space, but it's very, very reverberant, almost maybe too much so if you're trying to do something that's very precise, or you don't want a big sound like that. You want something that's more intimate. So let's check out another hall. So that's the Vienna Concert House Foyer. Now we're going to do Grosser Hall. So let's load this in. Now this is different in that automatically it's a little bit more, you have a hall that's got two microphone options, one in the front and one in the back, and you can actually move the microphone up. So I'm just going to leave it as it is in its standard positioning, just so you can hear the difference. So that's that hall. Now, we can get even more into the sort of space of it by moving the microphone around. So if we take it from the 7th row, for example, and we do conductor, you're going to hear a much more immediate sound. You know, much more immediate sound. And then, of course, we can change the width. We can change the positioning of this. So now we're more centered. So this is one of my favorite halls to record wind instruments in. Now, if we step out a little bit, we can actually add a secondary microphone. So now let's hear how it sounds with the secondary mic. You know, so you get some really kind of more of a spatial sort of front and rear versus just the front immediate. Okay, so now we're going to go to Synchron. We're going to go skip down to the Synchron hall, the Synchron wide. And again, a very different sound, very immediate. And I'm always amazed that whenever I haven't picked the clarinet up in a while, how just awful I sound in terms of just lacking a lot of the fluidity that I normally have when I'm playing a lot. So it's been a while and I'm practicing again, so there'll be more clarinet stuff. Also, the keys on the clarinet sometimes depending on the humidity, don't really behave the way you want them to. The pads stick, and there's all this other clarinet nerd stuff that us clarinet nerds know so well. But so again, you know, a different sound. Let's go into a more intimate space. And that would be this hall here. So let's load it up. So this hall is more like a recital hall. You know, you can feel the So these are really different sounding halls. Again, how out of practice am I? Long notes are good. keys are sticking. So again, this is again very kind of improvised and not really, you know, I'm not spending a whole lot of time going over this in a way that's edited or curated or anything. I'm just playing. But this gives you a sense of these different halls in the MIR environment and how they can react to a real input as in a real instrument. So hopefully this helps, and I'm looking forward to hearing some comments. And again, if you have any questions about this software, please let me know. Wherever the cameras are here, have a great day.